gone forever. Don't think about it. It's not it's not one of those things that's worth thinking about, in honesty. But yes, medieval, back again, are we, into the ammiddening of the evil. The evil that we are amid, being amid the evil, of course, is like the whole deal of this game. I'm just using a... Listen, it doesn't matter. Oh shit, I fucking love that. Yes, so anyway, I don't want to press nuke. Last night I played a medieval. I played a medieval for... Yes, I played a medieval for about 20 minutes last night. And because of the way YouTube streaming works, that stream never went live. It was lost forever. Much like myself. Were I ever to be trapped in a terrifying evil hellscape, I wouldn't survive. No, none of us would survive, if honestly. That's why the Doom guy's so good, because he can survive. Oh shit, I love it. Also, something that I have noticed about this game is that... Oh, Christ, yes. No, because of the way that the whole combat system in it works, it's just so much more fast-paced and interesting than a lot of shit from around the same time. So you do get, obviously, with... Oh, shit. What? Ah, we are. You and your fucking God, I hate those homing balls to death. Crap, I've taken so much goddamn damage. Oh, bad idiot. Do I have any of the good weapons? I have this. I have this planet-killing planet thing. Eat it! Eat my planets! Taste my mighty balls of celestial power. Incidentally, the reason why, I mean, that's the first thing I ever said to my SO's parents. To be honest, we walked in, we had a... Oh, Luke, would you like coffee? Would you like tea? They're very accommodating people. They're very cool. And immediately, taste my celestial ball. It was melted. It's one of those things you really can't talk about. God, I love all these fucking idiots. Wow, eat it. Get nailed to the wall, you weak-ass fucking scribbler. I love the squid men. Squid hats. Like, and oh god, the more I'm playing this, the more I'm really behind the whole decision they've made in terms of the graphics of this, like how it's so fucking retro that it looks like something that came out 30 years ago, and it's definitely on some level of budget thing. You know what I mean? Like fuck, I just can't hit shit today, can I? The worst gun, but it's also one of the easiest guns to use. So you do have this kind of unfortunate... Oh, yep. You do have this kind of unfortunate... crap! Oh, god damn it! Let me finish my sentence, squirming, driving, bitches. But yes, one of the things that I like is that I mean, obviously, with stuff like this, a lot of the appeal... The reason the graphics are so rubbish, and I discovered this as well. Wait a second! Is there a thing I have to do to activate it? Yeah, I have to fall from up there, don't I? I think I do. There's a secret with this tool that I discovered totally by accident last night, which is that if you jump, it teleports you up. And I thought it was a glitch. I thought it was a fucking awkward glitch for ages, and then I realised that there's secret areas you can access, taking advantage of it, and at that point I realised it probably wasn't a glitch. It's just the kind of game where they'll do that. They'll put you in secret areas, and you can only access them by doing weird fucking shit. There's a lot of stuff. This game is crammed full of things. It is weighty with the mass of its fucking artistic design. And I like that. I like that a lot. I love this one as well. I love this ride because it blows things up. And I blow things up. Like, there's a lot to be said about this game and Doom as well, because they share a lot of the same DNA, especially the older Dooms, back before Doom was about investigating a mystery on a Mars base. When it was better, when it was about investigating a... Hello, idiot. Oh, I do love the end. I do love the world-ending canon. So, it feels less weighty than the BFG, but that might just be a lack of animation as well, because when you fire the BFG, this is, to my memory as well, But I feel like when you pull the trigger on the BFG, the whole world fucking holds its breath and says, ah shit, he's pulled the trigger on the BFG. Which is an amazing fucking feeling. It's why that gun is so... I mean, the BFG isn't powerful because pulling the trigger on it feels like ending the world. But it sure doesn't fucking hurt that pulling the trigger on the BFG feels like ending the world. Do you know what I mean? It's... I don't know, the weapon design especially is fucking tasty. And you get a lot of this shit. And now I realise I am just running around. I wish I could get that. I'm just running around kind of out here. Is there anything there that I want? Orb? Nope. Oh. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Oh! You see, that's the kind of kinetic fucking enjoyment you don't get from a waist-high wall. Fucking Nathan Drake will never know the pleasure of pinning a demon to a wall with a mace that's shite. There's not in alignment shall meet their doom, which I presume just means, hey, this is a rhythm puzzle. But we'll see. We'll fucking see. Bop! 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 There we are. Yeah, because the gun also kind of follows your... Oh, mint! More of them! Your weapons also follow your momentum a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. But it's enough that you need to be kind of thinking about where you are and what you're doing and how you're shooting. And you don't get that kind of quick-fire decision-making in... cover shooters. You just don't. It's one of the things we lost when we decided that shoot was going to be realistic. Which, by the way, why? I don't... Listen, alright? This might be my thing, but I don't remember a bunch of guys walking out of actual military conflicts, Afghanistan and shit, and talking about how much fucking fun they had with the guns. Like, people who actually know what it is to kill people with guns don't tend to enjoy it, and when they do, we tend to see that as a problem, yeah? So why are we're so keen on how fun it is to kill things with guns, except when those are real people. And if you do think, oh nah, shooting human beings with guns is fun, you're probably an asshole. Like 99% of the time you're a total shitless. And I get it. I get there's an enormous quantity of 15-year-olds who feel like they could kill people. That's a weird thing, and I used to be one of those fucking kids, so I know exactly what I'm talking about there. They do exist because I was one of them. You can't argue that it's not real. If I was one, you crazy bastards, you could just argue that I was alone, a sad psychopathic little weirdo. And to be honest, I'm not a bad person, or a psychopath, or a weird. No, fuck that. I couldn't say I wasn't a weirdo. What are we talking about? Yeah, this, on the other hand, an arcade run-and-gun shooter about the... I'll never make that jump. But what are we without No, I don't want to have to do all that shit again, actually. I was about to say, but what are we without trying? But actually, fuck that. I do have a big golden key. Oh, hello. Stone unhewn has no purpose. Cheers. I'm sure that'll come in handy. To know. Press the big button. That's the golden key as well. Oh, that's what you're meant to do. Oh, it was a glitch. Alright, first time I played this level, I glitched out the water. So that whenever I jumped in the water, it just teleported me from the sky. Like, I just fell in... I was running up the side of the water, I jumped, and it teleported me, and I'll never prove it! Holy shit, that's so annoying. I found a cool little glitch, and then I can't... Yes! Oh God, I love the lack of a breath meter as well. I love that you just can. It's way more interesting than having some kind of weird block on... Like, it is more interesting to be able to swim forever than to not. So that's what you can do. that's the one they went with. They went with the one that was fun. And thank God for all that, I suppose. Yeah, I might have been here before. Oh, I love it. I love that poor nail to the seat, moron. Oh. God, yeah, because you're just obliterating idiots. That's why this is fun, because you're obliterating ghouls. It's a fucking... It's got Scooby-Doo level monster design, which, by the way, is not a fucking insult. Chums. Like, bump. You're just whapping ghouls to the wall. They're not gross. You can't see their... They don't weep blood. They're not oozing. They're just gross monsters. And holy shit, lads. Hello. They're just weird, gross monster men. And then you bash them comedically to fuck. And they die. And you carry on the hero. Like, it's super non-complex. No one's asking any questions about the inherent nature of violence. No one dares question the validity of murder. Like, I think there's a lot of people who keep getting upset that video games journalists keep putting fucking, oh, why are you asking questions about the nature of violence in video games? It's just meant to be fun. And like, if it's just meant to be fun, why is the guy who's making the video game making a video game about shit like that? Like the decisions that the video game makers are making are decisions about the video game, and we get to talk about them because, I don't know, how come it's a free speech issue where when Saga of Akkad gets fucking demonetized for saying that every single person who was ever brown should have been muted, but I can't say I don't like big guns. I think military shooters kind of suck because those are people who kill people. Like, I don't know. I don't know why that's a question. Why is that a big deal? Why is that freedom of speech issue, but you saying that those guys should never have that conversation is not a free speech issue? Is it because you don't like those guys? And is it because you don't like them? And because we all know it's because you don't like them? Should we maybe, I don't know, if you're trying to get taken seriously, maybe you should acknowledge the fundamentals of the conversation that you're involved in, as opposed to insisting that you don't understand it and therefore you know more about than the people who are professing to understand it. God, listen, alright? This is not who... Oh, I like those fucking fire-off little cliffs and shit. I can't get out there, can I? I like that a lot. Anyway, down here. Whoa! Anyway, fuck, I have no idea what I was just talking about. I blacked out for a second there, but I'm pretty sure this is a boss because everyone's giving me... Alright, okay, let's get in there. Hello, lad. Oh, shit, okay. Okay, jump. Take my fucking infinite dagger, you son of a bitch! God, I love this sword. It's one of my favourite weapons. Because it just... I love the whole reflecting off the walls thing it does. How I... Okay. Not all they work, I suppose. So I'm just kind of trying to take these down now. There we are. Easy! Where's the challenge, you enormous green scrotum? That died so fast, I couldn't even riff on it. I didn't even have the opportunity to call it a twat. Which is frankly unfair. An egregious missed opportunity. I had all these ball jokes written down. I don't write anything down. I had all these ball jokes that I was probably going to come up with eventually. If I ever got around to thinking of any of them. You know, it's a tragedy. Whoop. Ooh. Full green mana. Ah, the planets. I probably should have used my planet gun. Just because it was a big gad, and I probably should have planet gunned it. Ooh, pretty close to the fucking real time I should have used. Ah, yes, the Gateway of the Ancients.
Back, champion.
Cheers, pal. Portal to the Domain of the Sentinels. You're all dead. I win. Portal of the Astral Equinox. Is there another one? There is. What's this one? The portal of the astral equinox completed. Are you a portal to the something of something? No, you're not. Okay. Up. Knowledge is power. Read the codex in the menu. Bizarre command, but I'll do it. Story. Okay. Champion having open developed by that reveal the treasure of that symbol to keep power parts of their planes. It's created warning of the strength of the evil force. Okay. Alright. Places enemies' weapons. Cheats? Palette, full color palette. Burp. I have no idea how to use tweet. That's what we've just discovered. Places, I guess? Some astronomica. Physically can affect the inner task. Secret path to the protection. Okay, alright. We're gonna go to the void soon. I would like to go to the void soon. If it's a place of infinite black chaos. Sounds fun. Portal to the arcane expanse. Sounds like some kind of wizard no man land. I'm into it. Sacred water of the Great Way. Heals all wounds. Useful to know. Down here we have another level of not a ton of things by the look of it. I've only got my axe. Portal of the Forges. Alright. Oh, so it's like a... Okay, it's like a hub in that there's just a ton of fucking levels. You're on Sacred Lands and now beacons of hated darkness there. Listen, alright, it's 2019. You're not fucking unique anymore that you're one sacred land and now beacons of hate and darkness. Alright, talk to fucking anyone. We're all going through it, pals. It's the end of the fucking world. Everyone's got fucking beacons of hate and darkness all over the goddamn place. Solar solstice, fuck it. Let's get all solar in this shit. You're not special just because you're one sacred land and now beacons of hate and darkness, alright? We're all there. That's what the world is now. God. You know what? I'd have a much easier time with our current, like... our world is not post-apocalyptic, but God, does it feel pre-apocalyptic sometimes. What? Oh, he's got a shield now. Okay. Picked up a small soul. Am I gonna get... Oh, I've got to press that button again. Right. Anytime you're ready, I guess. New enemies. New... Alright, cool. New strats, new enemies, whole new shit. This is what I like about this... Alright, okay. This game is a very small budget, yeah? Very small budget, so they can make a ton of money if they sell a few copies. And... Let's gonna be honest, this isn't the next fucking... It's not gonna sell a trillion fucking copies. But I'm glad that it exists, because honestly, the fewer copies a game needs to sell for it to be profitable, the more interesting games happen. Alright? If you don't need to sell to every single person in the entire world, the result of that is that you get to make a game that is a bit more niche and specific and exciting. This is what you get when you get to make that choice. A lot fucking better. Like, it is very Doom as well, which I know isn't going to fucking surprise anybody, because it's not. It is very good. Are these eagles or something? These are fucking amazing. Alright, am I low on ammo? I think I might be getting low on ammo, that's an interesting type of attrition. God, I do fucking like, as well, health attrition in games like this. Especially the exact way that this game does it, where your health never regenerates, but health pickups are abundant in the levels where the game isn't trying to teach you how to wage a war of attrition against the forces of darkness, which, you know, then health pickups are abundant. Oh, and this sword... Okay. And the sword is useful. Oh shit. The sword is very useful, in fact, exactly because, it cuts through shit. Like, part of its use is that you can fucking shoot guys through it. And this one is useful because it holds guys in place. Holy shit! Alright, so the enemies are now more complicated and have more shit to remember about them. But the weapons you've been using the whole time, you're already practiced at the skills. It's like fucking... It's like if you always had the fucking... Alright, so in Metroidvanias, of course, where you get, you know, when you get, like, new shit, it's like if there was an early... Oh, fuck me! Run. Okay, that was... Yeah, that was cooked. Fair. Yeah, it's like in fucking Zelda, where you unlock... And Zelda isn't a Metroidvania, but it's... I mean, it's a Metroidvania by spirit, isn't it? By any other fucking name, it would smell as sweet. So yes, it's like, kind of like a Metroidvania, except you also get the bonus of... There we are. Except you train with all your useful shit, you get all your useful weapons early on, it's not holding them away from you until you get good scrub, and then so when you're good with them, then it starts putting in shit that means you will need them. Then it starts rewarding you for having practiced with them. That's cool. That's cooler than the alternative. There we go. God, every single battle in this game is done at a fucking dead sprint, which I fucking adore, by the way. You don't get this with fucking modern shooters. You don't get to sit down. I mean, you have to sit down. You take a little seat, you get out your little coffee, and you get ready for the 3 or 4 minutes it'll take for an enemy to, you know, and you reload perfectly safely. This game isn't about... You can't avoid getting shot at in this. You can avoid getting shot at in that. You can't avoid, getting shot. Okay, you can avoid getting shot, you can't avoid getting shot at, I think, yeah? So, in this, they're blasting at you, and there's nothing between you and them, except the ability to fucking get out of the goddamn way, and that is more useful, that's more interesting. That's a more valuable fucking experience than any tedious shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some more exploring. Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, I got out of there, didn't I? Oh! I think that was 2 at once as well. Fucking... Probably going to include a replay of that... Here. Unless I can't figure out how to do it. And also, this is going to be the the initial version of this is just... The version on YouTube may well be the pre-edited version. It depends. I may or may not edit that, honestly. So I guess what you'll see right now, what you're currently contemplating, is whether or not I'm a jackass. Alright, and you're gonna get to have a think about that. Yes, come to me, you fucking cowards. Come to me to die. Oh shit. Ah, cool, they're just like bits of stuff now. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I see. I see where I am. Rather, by that I mean I don't know how the fuck did I get here. Okay, mystical chamber full of blood red. This will go well. Oh, it's more guys. That's not handy. Oh Christ! I think their shields reflect as well. So I think I was just... Yeah, I think I'm dodging my own... I love it. I love this fucking game. I love how it's darkness on the horizon. I've kept the key here safe, you can guard it well, brothers. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need that key. Am I? And don't get me wrong here. Are these guys evil? Like, don't know that these guys are evil because, all right, I'm pretty sure that in the Codex it specifically states that evil is everywhere now, and that these dudes who were only minding their own business have been overcome by terrifying evil. Yeah, that seems about right. Now these guys might just be lunar worshippers who are a bit mean now. Oh crap! All right, right. Fuck you, buddy. Although that guy's up for 100 yards away. But I don't know that they're evil. They might just be shitheads. And while being a shithead isn't great, it's not evil. It's not evil, is it? To be a shithead. It's just being a shithead. Up. Up. Oh, I've already been up there, of course, haven't I? But I haven't pressed this button. Press this button. To go on this. Take me! Oh, I see. I see how it is. Oh, Christ, I hate this long corridor. I'm taking a lot of fucking damage. Potentially, because... Can I get you? Can I get you from up here? Let's find out. I'm gonna get you from down here then, pal. Wow, fucking immediate, very up close head smashing action there. Bring that on, fucking... This is the game about being a fucking Warhammer Fantasy Slayer I've always been wanting. Or Fire Warrior now, but fire with a Y, so you know that they're not a fucking cow. Oh, hello, buddy. So what the fuck is going on with Warhammer Fantasy at the minute? They killed the world, which is, I guess, their right. They can kill their own world if they want to. But, I don't know, I just have no idea what the fuck's going on with that franchise at the minute. Where did you come from? What's your purpose? Except for me to jump over there. Do I have a... Okay. Oh shit, we've got here. Press that big button. Which brings that guy out. Sun brings warms and a good... Like... Oh, fuck off. Alright. Right, yeah. Oh god, I really love the axe as well. The axe, like, I hate it when the melee weapon in games like this feels like a punishment for using all your ammo. Because the axe is genuinely useful. Especially with this. Wow. You can just ravage his skull with your big fucking axe. Hey idiot, come here. There we go. Get that soul. Even though I do not by any fucking means needed at this point. Yes! It's the weapon I like! Now where to? I've got to extend this bridge. How do I extend this bridge? Whoop! Nope. Nope, that's not the way. 2 suns to reach gold. Alright, so I need both suns to be active in order to get the golden key, which I imagine are both active now, because I have activated those 2 suns, so I'm going to have to pick up the key from over here. I've got the world stick again. It's item number 6. I keep forgetting. Right, how do I get up? Here. It's up here, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I can get up from there by going over here, by pressing the button, by getting over here. See, the maps are quite complicated. They're incredibly simple, and it's easy to navigate because you always know where you are. But the maps are also still quite complicated. They are quite... I don't know, you know where you are. You know enough about where you are to be able to navigate properly. It takes you screaming shit distance. There we go. Get the golden key. Get the sword out because that's the weapon of choice. Now I can get up here way easier. And get down way easier. Okay, yeah, so the red thing that comes back, you've got to... Not... Okay, so, alright. So I used to think that they had a red attack that came back, but I could block it with this sword, and also... And also, there was an attack. Okay, so I have the red key now, don't I? Which means I can use probably the big fancy bridge, because the gold key typically is the key that solves whichever room you're in, yeah? So if I have that key, BFG there, 6, favorite gun. I say gun, it's clearly a nice space. Hey, dude! Pop! Only so, no matter how hard you are, once your body becomes more than 30% shards of ice jabbed into you, there's really a limit to how much you can do. A revelation. Okay, cool. I'd love to know that a revelation is at hand enough to write it down somewhere, but not enough to, but like, that revelation is at hand, yeah? So they've almost made a revelation. They still had some time to, you know, sit down, write a report on why a revelation's at hand, etc. Sit, you big bloody bastard. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just you, is it? Oh, and you punch him into mince. Always nice. It's always a pleasant thing to punch a man to mince. Why Doom's so satisfying. God, I am excited for Doom, by the way. I'm going to play that on the channel, goddamn defo. Because what is there something more metal than destroying fucking oppressive capitalist power structures? And those are definitely, like, Doom is a game about how if you trust companies to take care of things, what will happen is that they will, you know, do the obvious thing. Kill billions in an attempt to harness the power of hell. Which, by the way, you shouldn't be trying to harness the power of hell. Hell's hell, you know, guys? It's historically not a great thing. It's like harnessing the power of slavery. And there's pretty much no good reason to do it. Oh, hello. It's never worth it, but, you know, if money's in it, they'll give it a go. Very bad. Can you imagine? Alright, yeah, not necessarily the appropriate thing, but we are currently experiencing a pre-apocalyptic event, so let's have a bit of fun with it. What? Hit it, jump! I am imagining, personally, the ecological apocalypse will look a lot like this, and it will split up into various factions worshipping various natural entities, and then a guy will arrive with a big sword made of magic laser, and that guy's gonna save the world. So when I do die, listen, alright, when the apocalypse happens, the thing that I'm gonna be doing is driving around in a Suzuki Wagon R. Check this out, by the way, it looks like absolute dog shit. And it drives like it too, but I had one for like 4 years, and as a result I can't imagine surviving the end of the world and anything else. It's just such a bad car. My dad set it on fire before he sold it to me, which, by the way, is just a phenomenal thing to have to discuss with your own dad, because you're buying a car from him, a car that he bought from his brother for £500, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll give you £500 for it. You decide you got 500 quid between. You're mechanics. They're car people. I'm not so much a car person. They both are, so I trust them. And then I get the car from him, and I pick it up, and it's the engine has been on fire since the last time I saw it. He's like, yeah, I was gonna give it. He was gonna give it a check out, go put it through a bit of a preamble MOT just to make sure everything's nice and fresh with it, make sure it's good to go. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. Yeah, no, give it a go. Yeah. So I go around, pick it up. The grill, the front grill, like it's got a plastic grill, because it's got a fan, yeah, it's got an electric fan, because the engine's air cooled on those, so you have a little electric fan, and this is way more detailed. If you don't care about cars, I'm sorry, but because that's way more detailed than you'll ever need to have. But yeah, electric fan on the front, because it's air cooled, and you need one of those. So go around. Have a look at it. I'm like, yeah, this is good. Because he's owned it for a couple of months. So he's been driving it himself, but he fancies a change. So I'm buying it off him. And because I put my previous car sideways through a shed. But that's a different story. We'll get to the sideways through a shed Nissan Micra incident in a moment. So yeah, go around, pick it up. I'm happy. I'm taking it home. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll do a bit of a preliminary. I'll just give it a bit of an MOT. That's his job, you know. He's a professional MOT technician. So I feel like I'm in good hands. Go around. He brings the car home. The grill's melted. And I'm like, hey man, why's the grill's melting? I was like, oh yeah, I set it on fire. And I'm like, oh, you set it on fire, did you? I was like, yeah, I was drain the oil, changing the oil, put all the oil in I got a glass of milk, not a glass of milk, like a milk carton. So it's like in England we have like these plastic, it's like a big plastic bottle that's like a weirdly thicker than average plastic bottle that they have with like a handle built in. So he cuts the top off one of those, fills it up with oil. And then as he's, he's got the car open, he's got the engine open, he takes the oil carton, and he puts it on top of the engine for a minute, just, to safekeeping, just so he won't lose track of it. And then he changes the oil, puts the car, seals the engine up, puts the lid back down on the engine, and I just call it an engine lid, so if you're wondering about how you regulate cars, if you were afraid this was going to get too technical, hopefully that cleared that up. And yeah, drives off and goes to the shop, does some shopping, gets some milk, along with some other things, and then he's coming back through town, and a guy runs out, and he's like, and he's a guy, and a guy my dad knows, just runs into the road, and he's like, hey, and my dad's like, oh, what the fuck is this? I don't want to get in a fight right now with you. So he just he gets in his car and he's not going to stop and get out and have a fist fight in the middle of the road with this clearly, definitely the villain of this story guy. So he carries on, and then I guess so. And then after a moment, he's like, you know what? I might get out, because other people are giving me looks as well. It's getting weird. He gets out of the car's on fire, because the oil in the little oil can has heated up to the temperature where the oil is no longer a fluid, it's spontaneously set on fire. So, the fucking plastic grill of this car, by the way, is obliterated, it's gone. There's nothing to be done. It's 100% of the way over, and he pours milk on it. He's got some milk in the back, so he throws some milk on it. This does not help the smell of the car, just in case you were curious about how this car smelt at this stage. I don't know, kind of like if you set fire to a bunch of milk on the engine of a car, so you threw a bunch of milk into a bunch of combustible oil. That's on fire and just not where you'd want the oil or the milk to be, in honesty. And then he fucking drives it home. He's just like, it's fine. I put it out. It was on fire, but that milk seems to have taken care of it. I'm pretty sure the milk's washed off the oil as well. Professional mechanic, my dad. And he drives it home. And then on his way home, he's like, fucking motherfucking fire engine rolls past, lights are blurring, back in the direction he's just come from, because somebody's called the fire brigade because a car was on fire, which isn't like 110 points for being a good citizen and that you saw a car on fire and decided to do something with it, decided to alert the appropriate authorities. 0 points to my dad for deciding our car's on fire, but I put some milk on it, it'll be fine. Drives it home. I see the car. I see that, and it had visibly been on fire. You couldn't mistake it for a car that had never been set on fire. I like to think there are some pretty solid lines between those two. And of course, you can repair a car that's been on fire. I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm not saying cars have a magical essence will predict accurately whether that car has ever been on fire or not. That's certainly not the case. This car had been on fire. You're not confused about that at that stage. And then he sold it me for £500. The non-fire agreed price, because I needed a car and I had £500. To be fair, I never noticed a detriment to that car, considering it being on fire. It wasn't any worse off. I didn't notice any. There was no detriment to me as a consumer for purchasing a car that literally being set on fire by the cell. But I don't think I would have done it if he wasn't my dad. I feel like, and I'm not a particularly bold man. I'm not very. I think twice in my life I've returned a McDonald's burger because it was fucking squashed. And I worked at the McDonald's one of those times, so I felt pretty ballsy that I wouldn't be allowed to send that burger off. So I felt like someone able to make that call. I was a professional in the field of buying of McDonald's fucking Big Macs, and I knew a fucked one when I saw it. And yeah, but no, I'm not an expert in the field of. Now that's gonna be good catch, it is. Oh, but it's got ammo for my favourite gun. Oh, but you get past it. Idiot. Fuck. God, I love it's the fucking painkiller gun. It's so fucking satisfying. But yeah, I feel like if a car's been on fire, you should at least get a discount. You know what I mean? If a car is set on fire by the man you're buying it from, on the way to finalize the sale, you should be able to turn around and say, you know what, I'm not going to pay the previously agreed price because the car I agreed to had never been ignited. Splat. I don't feel like that's an unreasonable thing to make. That's what I'm saying. God, so many demons. A veritable horde. And holy shit! There's so many fucking demons. Alright, lad. Ease up. Pals. Give ourselves a minute. See, this is what I want out of modern shooters. I don't want tedium and fucking constant hiding. I don't like hiding from enemies. I like killing enemies. I like them to fall before me, like the wheat beneath my enormous scythe-shaped dick. I am the apocalypse to these weak things, and I like that. That's the relationship we should be having. Fucking shot myself into the wrong room there. Holy shit, he just parried he parried Saturn, I believe. I reckon you can do it, fuck. Right, now we've got some health back. I hate these guys. These guys suck. Asses! Up! I can hear that coming from fucking miles away. I really don't like these new shield boys. They do my nut. Not in a pleasing nut doing way. In a displeasing nut doing way. Fuck you. Alright, eat it! Eat 100,000 volts of my purest wrath. Absolute shit weasels. Ah, 1 health! And I lived. I dared to live. Oh, fuck off, mate. No, I lived. I lived. I dared to live. Alright, that might be the end of this particular stream. You heard about my car, my second and final car. I never bought another. Partially out of fear that they would have been set on fire. Nah, we're fine. But yes, that will be the end of this particular stream. Come back next week when we do more of this or something else. It's impossible to say this far in advance, but something else is not unlikely. And yeah, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I've been working in customer service for too long because I didn't even think about having said that. Goodbye.